This is our base. It is dark as hell. Well, why don't you make your report? It looks like you had quite a bit of time. Well, I mean, Lieutenant Roach and crew of 3 reporting back on schedule. Well done. Your report, please. And he reported, and reported some more, and continued to report. And that's pretty much it. I see. This is an image you recorded. Japan has itself some very strong bionic men. This town don't look anything like the reports described, though. It's most dreadful. We have returned home in this condition. We'd all be sharply reprimanded. Huh. I mean, what's the motherland got to say? Can't get through. Radio's on the fritz. Or there's some interference, perhaps. With the main force drawing near, they're probably running radio silence, Well, we'll just have to do something to get back into their good graces. And what would you have us do, Hilico? Bring back one of those Japanese bionic men for research and other things, perhaps? This is not a bad idea. Defeating the enemy, I should say, would provide us a wellspring of information. Indeed, a prudent solution. I mean, you sure talk a lot for a dog, don't you? I mean, and for God's sake, cover your shame. Honestly. Indubitably. My bionic enhancements have augmented my intelligence to levels far exceeding your own. So, you're not gonna cover up your cock then? Please pay no attention to my cock, as you so eloquently put it. There are more important matters at hand. Such as this Stryker fellow, right? He did say he was part of the Imperial Army. But according to our information, at least the information I gathered today, Japan has no armed forces outside of a modest National Guard. That suggests an inconsistency. Then who is that guy anyway? I mean, why is he getting in our way? It might do to locate this Stryker character's base of operations. Yes, it could even be closer than we expect. Illumination at last. I mean, but this room is tiny as hell. I mean, you said we're in room 202, right? As if the building name wasn't bad enough. What kind of name is Shrub Manors anyways? It appears to be at least 50 years old. Hardly an elegant retreat. This is all we could afford on our modest budget, alright? For some reason, the local money exchanges couldn't convert our funds. I know Japan and Balboa ain't exactly trading partners, but, I mean, they couldn't even exchange our money. I mean, that's just dumb. Okay, let's have an aside here for a moment, alright? You're an invading force. A secret infiltration unit from another, global empire, coming into a different global empire, and you don't bring the local currency, you bring your own money and hope you can exchange it when you get there? What kind of fool's errand are you guys on? Goodness gracious, Well, we had to trade in our equipment for scrap. In the end, this was the best we could afford. It really is just awful. We're the cream of our country's crop, after all. I shall remind myself that a gentleman maintains his dignity in any situation. The power of imagination can turn even the smallest rooms into the blossoming rose garden. Why, with the right tea set, only a freak would do something like that. Anyway, what the hell is wrong with this stupid country? God. There's something strange about all of this. Woof. And now why the hell are you barking? For fuck's sakes. You don't... Why don't you just talk like you always do, like a civilized puppy? Must you bipeds show your ignorance at every turn? A bark is more efficient for simple acknowledgement. Sort of like a or a asshole. Speaking of which, where's the takeout? Speaking of asshole, Murray, you old dog, you. It should be here any minute, but it's a strange custom, buying sober from your neighbors when you move in. Well, when in Rome, as they say, our mission is the secret one after all. It's important to blend in with our surroundings and, not try to flood the entire country with our currency. That's our Captain Murray, ever so cunning strategist. But what I would like to know is where is the Stryker Zero now? Indeed, where could he be? In some far-off land, deep in the hidden jungle, or in an ice cavern, or apparently next door. Shrub Manners, room 201. I guess this is my home from now on. What a run-down old building. The room was a mess, too. You certainly couldn't call it extravagant. I was here as part of my mission. In the name of national defense and other offenses, but I also had to think about how to handle day-to-day life. I wanted to avoid working as much as the job would take time away from my mission, and also it would be a pain in the ass, and I'm really lazy. Fortunately, my parents had promised me an allowance. The best thing to do was learn to live within those means. Well, it looks like I'm on the second floor. I'd encountered the vanguard of Balborn invasion. The last battle made it clear that they wouldn't be an easy opponent. I hadn't heard from headquarters at all these last 10 years. I was completely alone in this world. Ever since that day, 10 years ago, when I first found myself here, my body had reverted to that of a child. I don't know how it happened, but the technology of this world suggests that I'd been flung into the distant future. Nevertheless, I am a cyborg, entrusted with my country's national defense. Until I return to my own time, I will protect this world. And then I'll click on a button I didn't mean to click on, and everything will be great. Oops. Oh, now we're just going all over the place. Trying to take a sip of tea, and look what happens. That was the decision I made. But the days had gone on, and the world remained at peace. My own powers, and the powers of the Stryker system, had gone unused. That is, until today. Until their arrival. The Balborn Empire. The military reports called them an evil empire targeting our country. I'm the only one that can stop them. Me. Stryker Zero. And I swear, for as long as the evil threatens it, I will protect the peace of Japan. So, this is my room. The floorboards squeaked beneath my feet. The window frames were warped. I wouldn't be able to open them without a hammer. The night sky peered in through cracks in the ceiling. Nevertheless, it would keep me suitably hidden while I carried out my mission. The squeaking floorboards were a perfect intruder alarm, and the cracked ceiling would provide extra visibility in defending against surprise attacks. I'm not just making excuses, I swear. But I wonder where those Balborns are. I mean, no doubt they'll come looking for my base soon enough. Oh, chatter, 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 chatter. Well, the sound of lively conversation leaked in from beyond the room's thin wall. There must be quite a few people living in the room next door. Maybe some of those illegal immigrant workers I've been reading about lately? Indeed, Yamato, indeed. Oh, there's a knock at the door. A sudden knock at the door drew me out of my thoughts, and towards the door. Who could it be at a time like this? And I didn't know anybody, and I literally just moved in. Sorry, excuse me. Yeah, who is it? Sorry, I live next door. We just moved in today, and I thought, I'd bring you some soba, as a welcome gift. Thanks, that's really kind of you. I opened the door, and a tall man with a cheerful demeanor was there, holding a bowl of soba noodles. His hair was the color of flame. As I suspected, my next-door neighbors were not Japanese. Huh? How odd. There was something very familiar about this man. He tilted his head as if trying to place me, too. I didn't know any foreigners, though, so it must be just my imagination. Well, don't let the noodles get soggy. Come on, take it, quickly. Jesus Christ. Oh, right, sorry. I just moved in here recently, too. I hope we can keep things neighborly. I hope we can, too. My friends and I just, came here from abroad. Maybe you can't tell from my strange dress and weird accent, but, we don't know the area well, at all. So, this is honestly the first soba place we even went to, so if it's not good, I apologize, and we'll find a better place for next time, alright? Maybe you and I can go sometime. We're neighbors and whatnot, no reason we can't be friends. Alright, okay. We'll see. But if there's anything I can do to help you get adjusted, then just, name it. Mr. Oh, please, call me Mikael. Sure, my name's Yuki Yamato. Pleasure to meet you. Pleasure to meet you, too. My other friends are back in the room. We'd be thrilled to have you by sometime. Well, what a well-mannered foreigner, and foreigners are usually such a pain in the ass. It would be nice to help out, tourists are a pain in the ass, is what I meant. It would be nice to help out people like that. Anyway, I'm off back to eat my own soba, before my noodles get soggy, and, with the others. Oh, sure, give my best to everybody, and thanks again for the soba. The man bowed lightly, then went back next door. I was grateful he had come. This was one meal down. I wouldn't have to pay for it, and that's the best part. I laid the bowl of noodles on the low table and began slurping it noisily. Wow, this isn't bad. He seemed like a decent person, for a foreigner. Yamato, there's a hint of racism in your tone, and I don't like it. I hope I could get along with all of my neighbors, and I hope I went this well. Good. I slurped the soba thoughtfully. That hated Bellborn Empire. Whatever evil you were planning, I will find you, and drive you from our borders. I am, after all, a prototype Imperial All-Terrain Strike Support Ranger. Striker 0, and I was made to protect my nation. As well as slurp soba. I was definitely made for that too. Chapter 1, end. I'm gonna slurp my own soba. Whoa. Yes, please. Oh yes, very good soba. Alright, here we go. Chapter 2, The Bellborn's First Plan. The room was dark. Not a breeze stirred the curious warmth within. Well, I'd say we're all assembled. Yes, I believe so. But we saw this darkness. One can hardly say for sure. Well, whose idea was it to turn off the lights? Well, I was thinking of atmosphere's sake. It can't be helped. Hey, Phoenix, how about a little light up in here, eh? I don't use my power for crap like that. Why don't you just turn on the lights? Would it not be possible to open the window as well? That you'll have to deal with. We still don't know who might be listening in. I agree. One cannot speak too careful, after all. But let us turn on the lights, shall we? Oh, good God. There's so many of them. The lights came on, and it was obvious why it was so hot. The room was crammed with people. Well, I'm sweating like a fool. Can't we go to the bathhouse or something? Ooh, I'll get the bath set. I will. Duran, you cheeky bastard. What are you people on about? Well, it is hot and I'm sweating terribly. As a beautiful woman of womanly beauties, isn't it natural to want to bathe? How would I know? The ladies and their sensibilities, as they say. I do believe it's a reasonable request after all. Don't you think? But to petition such a matter based on sensibility, one must first work up a sweat. Just as I am doing. Daniel looked down his nose at Hilko. Suspiciously, her face had not a drop of sweat on it. Only a degenerate would think that way. Well, we must agree to disagree then. I don't know what had happened there. There was some definite innuendo happening, and I'm not sure I liked it. Well, how much time are you going to waste with your jabberings, Forgive me, madam. I know you love to hear yourself talk, but there's no time, and there is a place. By the way, has anyone seen Colonel Mirror? Now that you mention it, we haven't seen him at all. I have not caught his scent either. Well, I mean, I'll call the dog the expert on that one, so no one here has seen our commanding officer. Colonel Mirror can take as long as care of himself, can he not? He is formidable, indeed. I see no reason to worry. No doubt he is taking care of important business. You're quite right, I'm sure. Well, we'll just have to get along without him. So, let's get started. Yes, ma'am. Woof. Do you always have to respond like that? I thought you were supposed to be highly intelligent. I could name certain animalistic tendencies among humans that I personally do not comprehend. You better shut it. Shall we have a tea before we begin? I feel it adds to an air of tranquility to these proceedings. Well, if you must. But that's an awfully big tin of tea, isn't it? Whenever did it come from? I have bought it, obviously. This Japanese empire is one of the foremost producers of high-quality green teas. It was my understanding that our funds were limited. Tranquility of the spirit takes precedence over frugality. I shall begin the preparations. Does Captain Daniel ever not have tranquility of the spirit? As if I would know. Phoenix, you don't know a lot. You know? It's like, you know nothing, Phoenix. Right.
Never give up, fight for the future.